Hello guys, my name is Evans and welcome to this video tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm going to continue looking at the May-June 2016 paper 2. In this video in particular, I'm going to focus on the paper 2. In the last videos, I was solving paper 2-1, and in this video I'm going to start looking at paper 2. I must say that this paper was a very interesting paper in that it had a lot of concepts that you guys needed to know before you can really attempt this paper, and you really needed to read and understand questions properly, otherwise you misjudge everything and come up with wrong stuff. So I'm gonna break this video into different parts because of time. I'm gonna deal with document production, data manipulation, and presentation. So out of these, I think should come up with 4 to 5 videos or so. And I'm hoping that by the end of the day today, I should finish recording these videos so that you prepare very well for your exams on Tuesday. Okay, so let's get started. I already downloaded my files. Just go to my desktop. I already downloaded my files that I need for this tutorial. What I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna just zip up these files and put them on my Dropbox, and you guys can I'll provide a shareable link, and you guys can get these files off my Dropbox. Okay, so with that said, let's get straight into what is required of us. Okay, so you work for a company called Tawara Yachit Brokers, who buy and sell luxury boats. You're going to perform some clerical tasks for this company. So task 1, evidence document. Open the file j226 evidence.rtf. Okay, so make sure that your name, center number, and candidate number will appear on every page of this document. Right, so let me go to my work area. Inside my source file, I open JEvidence. Okay, so right, so then you need to make sure that you insert a header or footer so that your name appears on every single page. So Chikasa Evans, then ZM556 and 0001. Okay, next step, save this evidence document in a work area as J226 evidence followed by your candidate number, for example J226 evidence 9999. So you will need this evidence document to store screenshots of the evidence that you are instructed to produce. Okay, so let's go back to our Word document. Why do I keep on opening that? Okay, so let me just close this other document. I don't need it for now. Right, so we need to save this. So go to File, Save As. I must state here that please don't click on Save, just save here. Otherwise, you will replace the original file, and then you would have tampered with whatever intention that file had. Okay, so let's just click on Save As and then go to Source File. And then I'm going just to add my candidate number, which is 0001 at the end. We have not been told to save this in the format of the software we are using, so it's pointless to change this, let's say, to Word document, because we are using Word processor. So it's just leave it as rich text format, and that should be fine, and just click on Save. Okay, so done with that, we go to task 2. You are going to edit a report for Tawara Yacht Brokers. The company uses a corporate house style for all their documents. So paragraph styles should be created and applied as instructed. So all imported data should have the TYB body text style applied unless otherwise. Again, this is very important, guys. This statement here is very important, because once you miss this statement at some sections, when we start to import some tables and all, the data in that table should be formatted as body style, and so you would need really to pay close attention to this one, because once you miss the body style, then the other data will have different thing. So in some sections they will tell you to format, let's say if it's a table, to format the table with some style prepared for tables and all. But I want you to pay particular attention that all imported data should have the TYB body text style applied unless otherwise instructed. Step 1. Using a suitable software package, open the file J226 super not super super dot no not super super this is super J226 super.rtf. Okay, so set the page size to A4, orientation to landscape, and top and bottom margin to 1.5 centimeters, left and right margins to 2 centimeters. Okay, so let's go ahead and do just that. Right, so we go to here and open J226 super, and we are going to set the page size to A4. Okay, so let's go to layout, page setup, set the paper size to A4, and go to margins, set the orientation to landscape, and set top and bottom margin to 1.5, and then left and right margin set them to 2 centimeters, and the rest of the stuff should remain as it is. Okay, so before I even close this window, usually we are asked to take screenshots. Let's just go back here, take screenshots to show the page size, and place this screenshot in your evidence document. So let's go ahead and take page size, which is this screenshot. Just cut it there and just select this area. Again, for the sake of you guys who are just joining me today, I'm using this software called Lightshot to get my screenshot. You guys, if you have the opportunity in your school, you can request for this software, though I don't know if your instructors will be comfortable looking at the period of time that you just have to the exam. But nevertheless, this is a very powerful software. Some of you guys will be watching this video in readiness for next year's exams and stuff, so you guys, you have the opportunity to get this software Lightshot. Okay, it's free software, so you can use it to download, and it's very powerful. Okay, so let me just click on copy. Okay, so say okay, and let's go to my evidence document and paste my screenshot there. Okay, there you go. Next step, evidence 2, take screenshots to show the margin settings and place this in your evidence document. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's go back to page setup, let's go to margins and take this screenshot. Okay, copy, say okay, and paste the evidence of the margins here. Okay, so you guys, you'll have just to make sure that these pages are arranged properly so that every stuff goes under its heading. Okay, just want to reduce this a little bit. Okay, so there you go. Alright, so let's go back to step 2. Save the document in your work area with the file name broker. Make sure this is saved in the format of the software you're using. There you go again, in the format of the software you're using. So we need just to place evidence in our document, a screenshot, to show that this file has been saved, and so we should make sure that there is evidence of the file type. Okay, so let's go back here and save this file. Save it as source file, save it as broker. Okay, but now we are told to save it in the format of the software we are using, which is a word processor, so we save it as a Word document. Okay, now I must say here, guys, that please don't get this screenshot as your evidence that you have saved the file. Okay, because what some students would do, they'll just write from here, get a screenshot of this, and then show that they have saved, just because probably even put the cursor on the save button ready to save and then they say that this is the evidence that you have saved. As you can see, there is no item here that has been saved already in the format of Word document. There's nothing in here. Okay, so don't do that. First of all, save this file. So let me just escape from getting a screenshot. So save this file, save it, and then say okay. When you save it, now go to your source file and get a screenshot of this. Okay, if you want, you can even just click on broker there, just maximize this, make sure that the type is visible as Word documents, because sometimes it can be like this. Okay, and you can see the type of the files like this, they're incomplete. So just put your cursor there and double click, and you see that it will expand the width of the column, and all files will be visible. Their format and their type will be visible. In this case, I've selected broker just to highlight it and just make it that it's a file that I've saved, so that the examiner doesn't struggle looking for it. Nevertheless, Lightshot again is a very powerful software. Like I said, you guys, you can just highlight that, and if you want to emphasize that this is the file, just put it like that, and you can even put it an arrow like that, just to say that hey, this is the file you're looking for, and this is how powerful this software is. Okay, so just say copy, and let's go to evidence document and paste your work there. Okay, there you go. So next step, okay, so just give me a moment. I have my alarm going on my phone, and okay, right, I'm supposed to go for a meeting in just an hour from now, so I'm hoping I can be done with 1 or 2 videos by then. Okay, so sorry about that. Let's continue. Placing the header, the automated file name and path right aligned, and placing the footer, automated page numbers left aligned, and your name, center number, and content number right aligned. So let's start with the header. Go to home, rather insert header, and then blank 3 columns. I love blank 3 columns because it already aligns the left and right margins to rather the headers are aligned to the left and right margins, and then you already have one margin that is centered, and so this is a very powerful feature. Okay, so I'm going to just insert the file name and path, right aligned. So I'll put my cursor there and go to quick paths and field, and then I'll just hit F on my keyboard to go to file name and then add path, and just say okay. And so there you go. So in the header, if we are not inserting anything else, then we need to remove this text type here and this text type here. Please don't leave this text. Okay, the document looks unprofessional, and probably you lose a single mark if you left this type here. So delete, click delete, and the header is set. Okay, the next thing that we're supposed to put is to insert a footer. Okay, we need to insert a footer. So again, I'll go for blank 3 column. A footer, the footer is supposed to be automated page number left aligned. So just click there, go to quick part field, and then I'll hit on P to go to page, and then select that, and then say okay. And then we also had our name, center number, and content number, which should have been right aligned. So name, Chikasa Evans, comma ZM 556, 0001. Okay, so there was nothing that needed to be put in the center, so I delete this one, and then say just double click on the page, and that should be it. Okay, so we just need to go back to the question paper and make sure that all alignments match the page margins. No other text is included in the header or footer area, and this is the part where I was talking about that you have to delete that text because it makes it look unprofessional. So you don't get a mark when you don't do this. When this is not done, I think you don't get a mark. You just get probably 1 mark. Okay, so headers and footers are fully displayed on all pages. So you can just go ahead, click there, and verify that your margins are aligned. Okay, so just click there. You will see that the header is within the right margin. If you scroll down, you can check that the footer is also within the right margin. I hope I didn't move anything there. Yeah, I should have moved something. So just click there and say that is with the right margin is okay. And then take your cursor also on this one and just click and see that the left margin also is perfect. Okay, so that is fine, and we don't have any other text on this document. Okay, so next step is step number 4. Create the following paragraph styles, and this is the paragraph style: TYB title, TYB subtitle, TYB subheading, TYB body, and TYB table. And these are the attributes or properties of these subtitles. Okay, and so we need just to place evidence document to show that all the settings for the subheading style have been done. Okay, so let's start with the subheading. So TYB title sans serif 36 right. Alignment enhancement is bold and italic. Line spacing is single. Space before is 0 and space after is 0. So let's go ahead and create the TYB's body style. So what I'm going to do is you go on under styles, you go here on this bottom arrow, then select, where am I on the right? No, you go here, this bottom arrow here. Then you create style. Now what I want to do is to make sure that my cursor, let me just close this, make sure that my cursor is just at the end there, so that I don't start playing around with the text as I'm making it style. Because if your cursor is, say, in the mid there and you try to make a style, everything just changes to that style and it looks just a little bit unprofessional as you're doing that. So I love just to take this stuff down there, this cursor down there, and go this bottom arrow here and say create style. Then this is my style called TYB title. Okay, and then go to modify, and this title is based on the normal. Okay, so I don't need to change anything. Some title, if you build a title based on another title, another subtitle, or another style, it sort of inherits the property of that other title, and it looks a little bit unprofessional because you have to remove some unwanted features. So make sure that when you're creating some of these styles, you just create based on normal, because normal is the standard that you have. Okay, so I need to make sure that my font is sans serif, so Arial is fine for me. Then I'm going to go my font style is sans serif. My font size is 36. I hope, yeah, it should have been 36. And we had alignment. It was supposed to be right. Was it? Yeah, alignment was supposed to be right. Let's just verify that, guys. I love to memorize some of this stuff so that I can just do that without going back to the question paper over and over. But you guys, you have the question paper printed and you can easily have a glimpse at it, but I'm using the question paper on screen. Okay, so enhancement bold, then italic and single and 00. Okay, so enhancement is bold and italic, and then line spacing, go to paragraph. Line spacing is supposed to be single, and then space before is 0 and space after is 0, and just say okay and okay. So this style is ready. Next style is subtitle sans serif 18 left underline single and 00. Okay, create style. The name is TYB subtitle. Okay, just modify it, and then it should be based on normal. Again, you notice if you base it on title, it inherits the property of the title. I really don't want that. Okay, so just let it be inherit of property for normal, and then it is sans serif 18 point. So I'll leave it at Arial, just make this one 18 point, and then this one is left aligned. It's already left aligned, and it's supposed to be underlined, and it's supposed to be single line spacing. Single line spacing is perfect, and it's supposed to be 0 0 before and after. Right, so that is it for this one, I think. Just click on OK. So we're done with that. So basically you note that line spacing for every style is single, and space before for all the other styles is also single, rather 0, and then space after is just on subheading and body, which have 12 space after. Yeah, that way we can work out well. And then these other ones, the fonts are serif, and maybe what I should do, let me just print this question paper so that I can be looking at that, and you guys will have your question paper there, or maybe I'll think about that. Let's go ahead and so you don't waste a lot of time. Okay, so let's go ahead and just say create style. The next style to create is TYB subheading. Okay, TYB subheading. Modify, it is a serif font, a sans serif font, except that it is 16. It must be center aligned, and it must be all capitals, and it must be bold. Okay, so it must be all capitals, and this is something that is new. I think on all the papers that we have solved, we have not yet come across a question that is asking us to make some style to have bold characters. And so you guys, you just need to pay close attention here, otherwise you may find that you don't even, you start wondering what this means when it says all caps. Okay, so it must be all caps. Let me just verify: all caps or all capitals, and then bold. Okay, and then the last part should be just 12. Okay, so let's go back to our style. Now you go to format and go to font. Okay, once you have font, you notice here it says small caps, and then this one says all caps. So this one says all caps is the equivalent. You see that it even says Arial and makes it capital. Okay, so this is supposed to be what that question is asking us. So come back here. Once you're done this, come back here. That is one emphasis you've done, and just make sure that you see that it's bold. Just make sure that now it is supposed to be bold. Like I said, this one was built on subtitles, so just make it normal, so that we don't change anything else. Okay, so it's supposed to be based on normal. So let's verify. We have Arial and as our sans serif, and then we have 16 as our font size, and we have center, we have all capital, as you can see, and we have bold. And the next thing is just to make sure that there is space after, which is supposed to be 12. Okay, okay, so that is perfect. Okay, that is perfect. Next is another title, another subtitle, or a substyle, not substyle, another style, TYB body. Okay, modify, and this one is supposed to be based on normal as well, and it's a serif font this time, so I'm going to go for Times New Roman. So it's serif 12, justified, none, single 12. Okay, so let's go. Okay, 12, justified. What are the enhancement? There is no enhancement, so it can't be italic or bold. It just has to be that. Then only other thing we need to do is to add some space after, which is 12. Okay, so space after 12. The rest of the stuff remains as it is. So this one was the simplest of all styles to create. The last style, let's check out the name. It's supposed to be TYB table. It's a serif font, 12, left, none, single, 00. Okay, so this one is also easy. Nope, I haven't given it a name, so let me just name it from here. TYB type table. Okay, so forgot to give it a name there. It's going to be belt based on normal, and then let's give it a serif font times, and then it is 12. It's supposed to be left aligned as it is, and then single. Let's just verify that paragraph is supposed to be 0, then single, and that. Okay, so this one is perfect as well, and let's just click on OK, and OK. So we are done creating the house style specification. This is important, and so let's go to our evidence and place in your evidence document screenshots to show all the settings for the subheading style. So let's go to subheading style and pick up the settings. So subheading is this one. Right click on it and say modify, and then this is not the only window, guys, so you must be very careful here, because this is not the only window that we use to add the properties for subheading. We also added the paragraph window because we changed the spacing after here, so we need to get this window as our evidence document. So these two windows will suffice for our evidence document. So let's copy, just click here, copy. So once we copy, we need to go in our evidence document and paste that. So let's just say OK, and go to the evidence document and paste the subheading definitions there. And perfect, there you go. Okay, so next I'm gonna have to do step number 5. At the start of the document, enter the title Tawara Yacht Brokers. Okay, and that's just a single mark for doing that. Okay, Tawara Yacht Brokers. Let's go to there and start. So what I'm gonna do, guys, at the end of the document, you notice that the last style was stable, so I'm just gonna delete backspace on my keyboard to remove this style. Okay, so just delete, and there you go, the style is out. And at the start of the document, I'm going to insert space and type Tawara Yacht Brokers. So one thing, guys, that I want to make mention here is that Cambridge expects you to type or enter this text as it is. When you see text that is in bold, CIE said, remember when we did a CIE training for teachers who teach ICT, they made mention to say, some of the mistakes that students make is that they change the text that is asked of them to enter. When CIE asks you to enter text that is in bold, they expect you to enter that text the way it is. Okay, don't change it, just enter. So you find that Tawara starts with capital T, Yacht starts with capital Y, and Broker starts with capital B. So the text is supposed to be entered accurately as it is. Okay, so that you guys, you need to learn those skills. Okay, next, apply the TYB style title style to this text. Okay, so let's go ahead and apply. So just double click on triple click on this one, select it, and apply the title style. There you go. Next step, below the title, add the subtitle draft report by, and then add your name. So just put the cursor at the end there, click there, and say draft report by full colony, and then your name, Chikasa Evans. Okay, so make sure that this section draft report by is as it is in the question paper. So you have capital D and the reports, small letter R, and B, you have small letter B. Okay, so we add our name at the end of the full colony. We add our name, and then remember there is space between and full colony also, so that is supposed to be as it is. Then we apply the TYB subtitle style to this text. Okay, TYB subtitle. So triple click again and add the subtitle. Okay, there you go. Next, we are supposed to, another thing, guys, that I should just mention before I even go further, but I do not have the time to go back to the house style specification and check that all the styles I've done them the way I was supposed to do them. I assume I've done all the styles correct, of which I hope I have. Yeah, so that I don't waste so much time in this video. Already I've lost a lot of time just trying to explain some concepts here and there. But what I'm gonna do is just to continue, and I'll go to step number 9. Apply the TYB body style to the rest of the document. Okay, so the rest of the document, we're going to go here. So select this document and apply the TYB body style. Now guys, I want you to notice something here. This text has got different font sizes and font styles. So if you apply the TYB body like that, just go through, you notice that some text didn't change. Okay, for example, selling large luxury yacht demands professional. This didn't take the format of TYB body. Okay, so you don't have to panic. You don't have to panic here, guys. What you just need to do is to make sure that you click on body again. Okay, and there you go. You have the style applied everywhere now. Okay, so this is a tip, guys. You don't need to panic on this one. Just make sure that body is applied. Click as many times until you see that the text in the body section is actually consistent. Okay, right. Okay, so let's go back to our question. After we apply the TYB body text style to the rest of the document, we're supposed to change the page layout so that all the text after the first paragraph is displayed in 2 columns of equal width, with a 2 centimeter section between them. Okay, 2 centimeter space between them. So what this is asking us is to create a section break, and we divide, in other words, the page into we divide the page into 2 parts. Okay, so here just after this we insert a section break. Okay, and the document that comes down here, it's supposed to be marked in 2 paragraphs. So this is practically easy. You just select this text that is after there, okay, up to the last one. Okay, and then we change into 2 columns with equal space of 2 centimeters in between. Okay, so just go back there and go to layout, I think, columns, more columns, 2 centimeters, and space, make it 2. Okay, 2, not 2 centimeters, 2 columns and space 2. Okay, that should be fine. So you notice that the text above remains as it is, untouched, and just the text below is the one that actually has that. Okay, so this is very important, guys. Right, so next step, we need to identify 6 subheadings in the document and apply the TYB subheading style to each one. So identify subheadings is easy. If you did put space before and after, just double click that, double click that, double click that. This should be on its own, so double click it. Conclusion, double click it, and chatters, I think, yeah, chatters is on its own as well. Just double click it. So just count that you have 6 of them. Yeah, so let's start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there you go. There, these are the 6 subtitles, some subheadings rather. So let's apply the subheading style to this. Okay, so subheading style is this one. Okay, and just click there, and there you go. So don't worry about these hanging like on their own like that. We'll push them later onto theirs. So don't start to push them right now. because we haven't yet inserted certain things, so they'll automatically move to some pages unless at the end of the document we find that sales is still just sales on its own like that. So that is going to make it a little bit not looking good. Okay, right, so let's go back to our question. So next, using the data in the table J226 sales.csv, create an appropriate chart to compare the years of yachts for the years 2015, 2014, and 2013. So we need to create a chart. Okay. Now, guys, I need also to specify or to indicate here something. Okay. We have not been told to create using a specified chart or a specific chart. Okay, but it is up to you to really know the benefits of certain charts, why certain charts cannot be used just by looking at the data that is contained in this one. So let's go ahead and open the data that is contained in the sales so just double click on it. It's a CSV file. I expect it to open in Excel. And look at this, we are analyzing figures and all, and we need to know what chart we need to specify. Okay, so just to make sure that this is perfect, so I'm just going to double click that and have the years like that. Okay, so now remember, we have been told to create this chart, okay, based on the years 2013, 2014, and 2015. Okay, so it's from this here. Okay, and then we need this column, and we need the values that I represent, because in 2015 we have 24 to 30 meters, 30 to 40 meters. So we need this as one of the axes, and we need this as one of the axes as well. Then we need this to plot the data. Okay, so you need to know which chart you're going to use. Just by looking, I would go for a histogram maybe. Is it histogram? Okay, yeah, but if you go to insert, you see the different charts that you find there, and you have these charts. Okay, and then you have such charts like these, and then you have line charts, you have histograms like this, but we won't go for histogram, we'll go for this one. Looks like histogram as well. Yeah, okay, so let's select the table. We need this data that is here. Okay, so we exclude the title because we're going just to type this title on our own, and then select one of the charts that we need. This chart looks pretty much good for me because it shows some space between this, because if I print this in black and white, at least I'll have some proper space demarcating, showing me that. You can choose any of the charts that you want, but the choice really is that you are supposed to choose a chart that is going to present your data perfectly. If you think this one is going to present your data perfectly, choose it, but I'm gonna go just for the simple one, just this one. Okay, so once we do that, let's go back to the question. We are told that we need to create an appropriate chart to compare the sales of yachts for the years 2015, 2014, 2013. We've just done that. We need to label the chart with the title comparison of yacht charts or super yacht sales. Okay, comparison of super yacht sales. Take note of the text, the way it is put, so it's supposed to be entered the same way. Okay, so title, chart title is comparison of super yacht sales. Okay, so that is our subtitle. Let's go back here. Include appropriate labels and a legend. Okay, so the labels, I don't know if we have the labels. Not yet. Yeah, we do. I think I should change the title. I mean, I don't like the way that is, but anyway, it's fine. So just click on the chart, go to add, and then we have axis title. These are the labels. Then these are the titles. We need the titles. Yes, the x-axis and the y-axis. Let me just verify that. We need a legend. The legend, guys, will show you these years down here. So it's already there. We need so you guys, just for you to know what these are, sometimes it's good to play around with them. Click on the chart title and you see that the title goes, so click there and that shows you that this is the title. But I'm just going to undo this because I already have, what am I doing? I already have the title. Okay, so that's fine. Then I need the axis titles, which will be the labels for each, the x-axis and the y-axis. So just put them there. And I need what else do I need? I need the legend. The legend is there, so if you remove that, you see that the legend, which were the years there, are out. But if you click there, you see that it comes back. So it doesn't matter whether the legend is at the bottom there or it's on the right side here. You can control that where the legend appears, whether it's top, it is left, you see that it is bottom. Initially it was at bottom, but we can leave it right. That should be fine. Okay, so we need to just make sure that the titles or the axis, the labels here, they actually reflect what we have in this. So this is you see this is 24 to 30 meters, and so you have that as the length, which is this one. This is your length. Okay, and then you have this one, which are the cars. I don't know cars. I don't know if they are boats that have been sold, number of boats that have been sold. Okay, so on the axis title, I'm just going to create, and they say number sold. Okay, number sold. Okay, and on the axis, the axis, the x axis, I'm going to put the length, because this one shows as length, and we know that it is supposed to be in meters. So length in meters. Okay, so that should be fine. Okay, so let's go back to the question. So we are done with this part. We've included a chart with that, and then we've included appropriate labels and the legend, and then we need to insert the chart on page 1 after the paragraph ending over the past 3 years. Okay, so this is the paragraph ending. So we need to make sure that the chart fits within the column width and all data labels are fully displayed in full. Okay, so we need just to copy the chart and paste it on the paragraph ending over the past 3 years. So let's go back here to Excel, click on the chart just outside here, and right click and copy it, and then let's go to Word document, and then we need to insert this on the text that is ending over the past 3 years. So you need to search for that text, just say over the past 3 years. Okay, so that is there. Over the past 3 years is this one. There's just one match. So instead of scrolling through the text, like looking for where is over the past 3 years, just type it. Just press Control F, which is for find, and then type in the sentence or phrase that you're looking for. Okay, so over the past 3 years, put your cursor at the end there. Now, guys, I cannot overemphasize this part here. You need to put your cursor at the end there so that this text takes the formatting that is already existing in the body format. So just click there and then paste the chart there, and automatically you will see that your chart, immediately it goes in, it fits within the column margin, which is already perfect. Okay, so this is how you fulfill this part, which says make sure that the chart fits within the column width. Instead of starting to drag this chart, resizing it so that it fits the column width, just put the cursor at the end of the text and hit enter key on your keyboard, and that is going to be perfect. So all data labels are displayed in full. Okay, so all data labels should be displayed in full. Let's see, is there anything? Okay, so let's just verify the data labels are visible there. Okay, you have numbers sold and length meters, and that is perfect, and the the title rather, and everything is super perfect. Okay. um, I don't know how much time I've used recording this video so far. I think I've used a lot of time. Let me just go back. That is 44 minutes. Okay, let's try to make it under an hour, hopefully. Yeah, so explain why you have chosen this type of graph or chart and compare it at least with one other chart that you have used. Okay, so guys, this is where I was saying that you guys, you need to know reasons for using certain charts over other charts. Okay, you need to know why we have used or chosen to use this particular chart, which is why didn't we use, for example, why didn't we use a pie chart, for example. Okay, so for example, yeah, I think comparing it with a pie chart usually deals with percentages. Okay, it shows how the percentage distribution of values and stuff, and we're not just trying to compare that really. If you can imagine, let me just go back to Excel. And suppose we delete this, for now we don't need it. Suppose we delete this, and then we had to use this, and then let's say we insert a pie chart and just look at the distribution that we have. We don't really have proper distribution and stuff. The chart itself is not excuse me, the chart itself doesn't show us some good comparisons of what we want to see in this data. So what I'm gonna do is to go back to the evidence document and really just type out the comparisons that we have. So let's go evidence, evaluation of graph or chart choice, and then we compare some of the features with one other type of a chart that we can use. So this is that. So let's go just do that and say one of the reasons that we are going to give is that a line graph, not line graph, a pie chart is not suitable because pie chart is not suitable because, excuse me guys, my nose is itching. Okay, there you go. Pie chart because is not suitable because it displays data in form of percentages as a whole. Okay, and then you can't compare data series, for example 2015, 2014, 2013. You can't compare that. Okay, so pie chart is not suitable because it shows or displays data in form of percentages as a whole, which means like as one thing. Okay, and you can't compare the different data series that are there, like 2014, 2015 and stuff. So the other point to note also is that we're just taught to compare with one to deal with one chart, but for your own information, also line graphs, it's not suitable because line graphs display continuous data. Let me just show you. If we go for line graph, you see that line graph shows continuous data. That is not something that is cool. Okay, that's not cool. It's not cool at all. Guys, pardon me, I've got my nose which is itching. I don't know. Okay, there you go. Okay, so the question asked us, for example, to show evidence of the evaluation. So when we evaluate, we are looking at the advantages and the disadvantages of this. So one of the advantages of the chart that we just chose is that just by looking at it, let me show you again, it's easy for you to compare these values or these charts over the years. Okay, so let's just come back to our evidence document and say comparisons of comparisons of data is easy. Okay, so when you compare data, it's easy. You can easily visualize the data. Okay, yeah, I don't know if there is any other feature. Let's see. Show the evaluation. So we are typing evaluation of not more than 50 words. So I don't even know how many words we have already there. Okay, not more than 50 words of this here. So this is 35 words. So at least we are in there in that. So if you just want to check, this is 35 words. Okay, so you check down here at the bottom, highlight this, and you select, and you see this is 35 words. So they say that it shouldn't be more than 35 words. Okay, um, and then also because this one shows multiple data series, it's easy also to do comparisons. Okay, so the chart which we chose shows multiple data series, so that can also be put. I hope it doesn't go beyond 15 words. Comparisons of series. Series is easy. Okay, because it shows that. Okay, so guys, I think I'm gonna have to just leave it at that. I'll go to the next step. I have a meeting coming up in just about 20 minutes or so, so I need to make sure that this video is done before that. Okay, so let's see, where are we here? Step 16. Okay, open the file j226 orders.tsv and insert the context at the table within the column width after the text yatched on their borders or on their order books. Okay, so 2226 orders.csv. Let me just go orders.csv is this one, and let me just attend to someone. Just a minute, guys. Sorry about that, guys. I had to attend to someone who was calling me from outside. One of my colleagues in the office wanted to ask me if I had internet access, but I'm not using the internet for now, so I don't even know. Okay, so okay, so this is the file that we have opened, and we need just to make sure that the contents of this file, they are actually placed on onto they're placed onto the documents. So I don't know, we just need to copy the table. We need to copy the table and place the contents onto that. So onto here, yatched on their order books. Okay, this is the text that we are looking for. Yatched on their order books. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is to just go ahead and copy this table. Just select it like that. Okay, and copy it. Now guys, may I say that when your table is like this, when you just open this table, I've just undone this so that you guys can see. Please, this is very deceiving. You may think this table is 4 columns like that, because this text appears to go in column D, but actually in column D there is nothing. So usually when you open a table like that, don't just rush to copy it. Select the entire table and then click on one of the borders to enlarge the width of each column, so that you're able to see how far this table can stretch. And so you notice that in column D there was nothing, and we just need to copy column C. So that is that. So let's go back to our that. We need to paste it where it says yatched on their borders, yatched on their order books. Why do I keep on saying border? Order books. Okay, types yatched on their order books. It's here, so the table goes there. So put the cursor there and hit enter key and paste your table. Automatically your table should fit the within the margins. Okay, your table should be within the margins, so that is fine. Let's go to the next. Insert a new row at the end of the table and enter the following data into this row. Okay, China 926, China 926, China 926. Okay, So just put your cursor in this last and hit tab key on your keyboard. Just tab key and then type China, and then next is 900, tab key again, and the last one is 26. Okay, 26. Okay, so we're done with that. That's a new row at the end of the table. So insert the data in the field so that the lengths in meters sort the data in the table so that the lengths in meters column is displayed in descending order. So let's go back here, and we need to display this in descending order. So select this data, right click it, or since I don't have right click, I hope I don't have right click here. What you just do is that just select this table and wait for just come here where it says sort, and then sort, and then you are sorting this column in descending. Okay, so the type is a number. Okay, sort by column 2, which is length. We have three columns: column 1, column 2, and column 3. So make sure that this is column 2. You can sort column column number. If the whole table was selected, you can sort the entire column, but the data type in column 2 is that it's made up of numbers, and we are sorting it in descending order, which means from large to small. So that is done, and you automatically see that the numbers are sorted. Now the problem that we have, we don't have a problem actually. I've just noticed that the table has actually expanded on its own, but that's not a problem. Okay, that's not a problem. So we've sorted this one. The next thing that we're just supposed to do is let's see. Okay, done with step 18. Step 19, format the first row of the table to be bold and italic, center aligned over 3 columns, and this is very important. Sometimes they may also say merge cells. You just have to figure out. That's why I say this question paper, you really had to think. So format the center aligned. Format the title, the first row, which we have the title of the text to be center aligned over 3 columns. So let's go back here to our okay. So this is supposed to be bold and center, bold and center. Now I must say also that remember, this is very interesting, guys. This is very interesting. Okay, I'll explain what I want to do, but this is very interesting. So what you want to do is to make sure that this is bold and italic. Okay, then you need to, I hear some voices outside. I thought someone was calling me. Next one is center aligned over 3 columns. So just make sure that this one is center aligned, but over 3 columns, it means that you need to merge these 3 columns. So just go there, right click, I think, and then say merge cells. Okay, and then it needs to be center aligned. This needs to be center aligned. It's like that. Okay. Next, we need to make sure that we have a gray shading of background, gray shading. Okay, shading with light gray background, 20 to 40%. So go on shading here and light gray. Okay, could be that. Next thing we're supposed to do is that we make sure that a TYB table is applied to rows 2 to 12, and text in each cell does not overlap. Okay, all grid lines are displayed when printed. Okay, so all grid lines. So guys, of course, what I need to make known is that columns 2 is this one, column 2. Just select this data, column 2, like that. rather row 2 to row 12, and make sure that we apply the table style, which is this one, the table style, and we make sure that the grid lines are visible. So go on borders here and put all borders. Okay, for the entire text. Okay, not just for so just select the text and make sure that the borders are visible for the entire text. And also we were told that we need to make sure that there's no text wrapping. You can see United States of America, there's text wrapping happening here. So just take your cursor there and double click and you'll see that there's no text wrapping. But again, once we do that, we'll notice that this one, New York orders, has somewhat come there. So we just undo this one. Let me just do that. Just double click here. Okay, and double click there. And also double click there. Just take my cursor there and double click there. Okay, so there you go. This is perfect. There's no text wrapping and all. I hope this one, there shouldn't be any shading of some kind. So this table is put there, and just make sure that it is within the column width, of which it is, and it is within the column width here. Now guys, I just want to point at something here. Remember, we were told that the rest of the text, that we don't apply the style that we have been told. Remember, we've been told to apply from column 2, rather from row 2 to row 12. We've been told to apply the table style. But this one, we were not told to apply any style. And this is the one where they said that it should have the TYB body style. If we go back to the question, remember I was telling you that it says that let me just go back for the sake of peace. For the sake of peace. Okay, where are we? Where are we? Okay, here. All imported data should have the TYB body text style applied unless otherwise instructed. Okay, so all imported data. So we imported this table, and part of the table that we have, we've just changed this, but this one hasn't been changed. And so if you double click there, you will notice that this is Calibri 12. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, there are only two things that I've formatted these two. This is body, bold and italic. So I'm gonna just give it the body style, and then go back again and give it this one and center. Okay, like that. Okay, then just go ahead and remove the space that you have here. Let's see, can I remove the space here? I hope it's here. Space after, just put it 0. Now it may look like crazy like that, but that's the way it's supposed to be. Okay, examiners are very interesting when they do that. We could have left it like that. It looks okay, but you see that there is a difference between what we have and what they had. Okay, so this is what that means. Okay, so I'm gonna just wind up. I have about 6 minutes to stop this video. So I was taking my time to make sure that you guys understand. So we're done with step 20. Then 21, import the image 226 J226 yards to JP and place it below the subheading chatters. So let's go back here. Subheading chatters, here we place it just below subheading chatters. So I put my cursor just there, insert picture, and then go to my desktop, in my 2016 June source files, and we are looking for the image yacht, which is this one. Insert it there. Okay, so there you go. Don't worry about the layout and stuff, don't worry. And so what do we do with this image? Reflect the image so that yacht points to the left. Okay, reflect the image. So we just need to reflect this image now. Let's go back here. So to reflect the image, go to rotate and flip flip horizontal like that. That is reflection. Then we need to reflect the image so that it points to the left. Okay. Resize the image so that it is 6 centimeters wide and the aspect ratio is maintained. So right click there and then say size and position, and then absolute width is supposed to be 6 centimeters, but make sure that the aspect ratio is locked so that it adjusts on its own. Okay, so there you go. Next, we're supposed to align the image to the top of the paragraph starting Tawara whatever charter, left align within the left column. Okay, and then make sure that the text wraps around the image. So let's go ahead, make sure that text wraps around the image. Text wrap, I'll select square, and just make sure that the text is aligned to the top. And so just try as if you're dragging that. You see the green borders there, the green boundaries, so it's aligned to the left and it is also aligned to the top of the paragraph. Next, yeah, so the image should look like that, and that's exactly how it looks. Okay, so the only thing that we need to make sure is that these charters go down there, but again, I'm not going to push this down there yet unless there is something that we do that can insert this one and push it automatically down there. So don't worry about that. We're going to do it just in a short while. Next thing we're supposed to do is it may look like that, and then we spell check and proofread the document, and we make sure that the tables and charts are not split over 2 columns or pages. That is good. The tables and the charts in our document are not split. There are no windows or orphans. Of course, we have charter on its own here. We have charter on its own here. So it is at this point I'm going to push it just down onto the next page like that on its own. Okay, this is very important, guys, that this does not remain hanging on its own like that. Okay, otherwise we'll have widows and orphans. Next step, we're supposed to make sure that there are no blank pages, and then the house style specification has been followed and the correct styles applied as instructed. So this one just allows you to go through making sure that the styles that have been applied are consistent. Then make sure that space between all items is consistent, and then that we save the document using the same file name and the format used in step 2, and then print the documents. And then you make sure that the center number is there, content number is there, and all. So I'm just going to view this document, just zoom out a little bit, and then view it like that, just to make sure that there are no blank pages. So automatically you note that you have no blank pages whatsoever. We have 3 pages and there are no blank pages. The other thing that you need to do is that you need to make sure that you spell check and proofread the document. So that's your part to do. So what I'm gonna do is just zoom in again and do some spell check. I'll hit F7 on my keyboard and do spell check. Sorry, ignore all Tawara because that's a name. With a global office of networks, yeah, I can change that, and then load line, just ignore that. Ignore that. Where is it? Crude and has a load line length. Okay, not landline length, it's load line length. So just ignore that. Ignore megayacht, ignore, that's a noun. Gigayacht, that's a noun, ignore it. Length in meters. Now I'm using the UK, the United States dictionary, and meters really in the UK dictionary is different from the US dictionary. So on this one, guys, you have to be very careful because you may think so I'll just ignore that. This is a noun, I'll ignore it as well. This is a noun, I'll ignore it, and there you go. So guys, the secret about nouns is that a noun can be a name of something. I mean, like for example, my surname Chikasa is not English. So if I write Chikasa, Word is going to underline that. Now, if I try to spell check Chikasa, the dictionary give me an idea, something like Chickasaw, and if I change that, then I've changed everything. Okay, guys, I think I've spent a long time in this video trying just to deal with this section of Word document Word document production. Just 1 hour 10 minutes, you can imagine. I could have done much better, but if I had to explain the number of concepts so that you guys don't really struggle on this part. So in the next section, I'll be looking at data manipulation. You guys, thank you so much for spending so much of your precious time watching this video and learning and practicing along. And I'm gonna see you in the next video. Remember to subscribe to my channel, like my channel, and comment, ask questions if you have, and share my channel, share my videos with a friend, download them, do whatever you want. You are free, and I'll see you in the next videos. Thank you so much.